Hi guys, so this is how my simple acne morning routine starts off. I start off by washing my hands very well just to make sure that I'm not transferring bacteria onto my face, and then I start in with my CeraVe foaming cleanser. This one is oil free, has niacinamide to help you control oil, and then also I like to make sure that my face is damp before I apply any product. This just helps me to avoid any irritation, and then I go in with 2 pumps of the CeraVe foaming cleanser. Then I glide this all over my hand, and then I start massaging it into my skin. Now I take my time when I am cleansing my face. I focus on all my problem areas, the places that I'm very prone to oils, the places I have acne. I just like to take my time, especially my nose. You see this part, I take a lot of time here to get out all the whiteheads, sebaceous filaments, anything that would have been trapped here. I get it all out, and then after this I just rinse off. So see you in the next part. Hi guys, so we just got out of the shower and my face is still slightly damp. So now I am going to go in with my hydrating toner. Okay, so I'm going to be using this one from Tony Moly Wonder Mochi Toner. This one is very hydrating because most of the products we're about to apply after this one can be quite drying and can contain some actives. So it's always just advisable for you to follow in with a hydrating toner, just so that your face doesn't get extremely dry or anything like that. But if you have an essence, you can use an essence now. If you have a hyaluronic acid serum, you can use it now. You just need to use something very hydrating after you've cleansed with a foaming cleanser. Okay, so and you apply your hydrating toner on damp skin. You don't apply it on dry skin. Now that we are completely done applying our hydrating toner, what we're going to do is we're going to allow this product to dry in and absorb into our skin before we go into the next routine. Now the next routine is going to be my Azelaic acid 10% serum. This one is from 9 Less. Now, as someone that is battling acne, this is something that you definitely need in your routine. Do you know why? Azelaic acid helps to fight the acne causing bacteria. It also helps to control acne. It helps to control inflammation. So if you know that your acne is red, painful, this is also going to help. This also helps with acne scars, and it also helps to do a mild exfoliation. Now, if you're going to use an Azelaic acid serum in your routine, there is no need for you to use a salicylic acid toner or a salicylic acid serum in your routine. Do you know why? Because these both ingredients have exfoliating properties, but Azelaic acid does a mild exfoliation compared to a salicylic acid toner or serum. Now I have a video already on my channel on how to use a chemical exfoliant, and in that video I already used this one. So on some days you can decide to use this alone and maybe a niacinamide serum and your moisturizer, but then on some other days you can decide to go in with this. But as someone that has an acne prone skin or is dealing with acne, it's not advisable to use these two together. Some people can use it if your skin, if you're an OG in skincare, but typically it can affect your skin barrier. So it's just more advisable to use either of them. But for this particular Azelaic acid serum, I love it so much because this has really helped me battle a lot of hyperpigmentations. Like I used to have a particular hyperpigmentation around this area, but now I literally saw it peel off. Like I'm not joking with you guys, I saw it actually peel off. And this one contains niacinamide, it contains panthenol, snail secretion, and it's just 10%. So this is a very gentle alternative for those that want to start Azelaic acid. There's no need for you to run and go and get the 20% or the 15%. Just start small, start little, and your skin will eventually build its way up. Okay, So now let us go in with our azelaic acid serum. Now you focus on the areas that you are prone to acne, and mine is on my cheeks, so I focus it there. So do you know another reason why I love this? This particular, azelaic acid serum has this very drawy, it has this slimy, drawing feeling. Let me show you guys. Let me come closer so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It has this slimy, dry feeling that I love so much, and it is very, very lightweight. Like, it just absorbs into your skin, and then the panthenol also helps to hydrate. That is why I love this. And this particular serum also has niacinamide inside, so there is absolutely no need for me to go in with another niacinamide serum, right? But now, if your azelaic acid serum does not have niacinamide inside it, you can decide to now go in with your niacinamide serum. Now, how do you know which one to you should use first and all of that? Now, you have to look at the consistency. Now, this has a much more lighter consistency than this one, so that is why you typically use this before you use a niacinamide serum. Now, if you are using an azelaic acid gel, if you're using the gel or the cream, you apply niacinamide first, because this will definitely have a thinner consistency because it's in a serum form, before you now go in with your azelaic acid gel or your azelaic acid cream. Okay, but if you're using any other brand of azelaic acid and that's in a serum form, you can, and it doesn't have niacinamide inside of it, you can definitely still go ahead and use a niacinamide serum afterwards. You look at the consistency. If the niacinamide is thinner than your azelaic acid, use your niacinamide first. But if your azelaic acid is thinner than your niacinamide, use your azelaic acid serum first before you go in with this. But the good thing is mine has niacinamide, like I said earlier, so I'm not going to be using niacinamide in this routine. I am just going to try to keep it as simple as possible. So guys, my azelaic acid has dried into my skin. You really have to allow your azelaic acid serum to dry, or any serum you use to dry inside your skin. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to be using is my moisturizer. So because I didn't really do too much, I didn't use an niacinamide serum, I'm going to be using my moisturizer. But if you have already layered a bunch of serums, maybe use a hyaluronic acid serum, then you followed in with your azelaic acid serum, then your niacinamide serum, you can skip moisturizer and just simply go to your sunscreen. But because I didn't use a niacinamide serum, I'm only going to go in with this one. Now, this is the Mary Kay Clear Proof Oil-Free Moisturizer for acne-prone skin. Acne-prone skin, this is why I got. This one is not comedogenic, and what that means is it doesn't clog your pores. It is not heavyweight. It doesn't have oils inside. So it is perfect for people that have oily, acne-prone skin. Oily acne, it's even rated, it was made specifically for that. And you guys, let me tell you, I have been enjoying this particular moisturizer. I saw it on someone's Snapchat. The lady got the whole set, but it comes in a set. It has a facial wash, it has a salicylic acid serum, it has a moisturizer, then it also has the benzoyl peroxide gel. But I said to just get this one, and let me tell you, it is so lightweight. Like, it is so lightweight. So I'm not going to still use too much just because it's lightweight. I'm still going to go in with just enough. And then I'm going to, this is okay for me. Like, I'll just start gently go in with it. Okay guys, so now that I have applied my moisturizer, I'm going to allow my moisturizer to dry up on my skin for about, let's say, 5 to 8 minutes before I go in with my sunscreen. But let me tell you guys what to expect when you start using azelaic acid serum, okay? And like I said, if you're a beginner, please start from 10%. Don't go and get 20%. You have no business with 20%, otherwise it's going to irritate your skin. When you start using an azelaic acid serum, you might start notice peeling. Your skin might start peeling, and that is a good thing, because what it is doing is that it is removing those dead skin cells. When I started using azelaic acid serum, that is when I noticed that my hyperpigmentation here started peeling off. And when that started, my skin became very sensitive. So my skin started having, this tingling, a bit tingling feeling. And that is because it was exfoliating my skin. So when you notice that is happening to your skin, it's not the time for you to now come and abandon it. What you just do is you just maybe reduce usage and start using maybe like 3 times a week. But these are things you should expect. And that is why, like I said, you don't use the both of them in the same routine. In fact, when you start using azelaic acid serum, you should use this only once a week, because they are both exfoliating. Right? They are both exfoliating. So don't come and use salicylic or any glycolic hash, exfoliant together with an azelaic acid serum in the same, which is on the same day, because that can definitely make your skin very irritable and very sensitive. Okay, so these are some things you notice when you start using azelaic acid serum. You notice peeling because it helps with exfoliation. It also helps with hyperpigmentation as well. This is such a good serum. This would also help to go and prevent new acne from forming by clearing up all the oils, dirt, and gunk that are beneath your skin. So if you notice that is absolutely normal, just make sure you prioritize hydration. Make sure you're always moisturizing, and then stay clear of other actives like vitamin C, alpha arbutin, kojic acid, tretinoin for a while. Do you understand? So that's what I would advise you, until your skin has completely adjusted to azelaic acid. Then you can now start introducing other ones, but then you can still decide to use a calmer retinoid like adapalene at night, because that one is very calm, and I'm going to show you guys how I use that in my nighttime routine. So I want to just say that now, so that when you start experiencing these things, you don't start saying, what's happening. And also you might experience slight purging. So your skin might start purging when using azelaic acid serum. It is also normal, because this also, like I said, is exfoliating. It also promotes cell turnover. So you might start those dead skin cells or all those dirt oils will start coming to the surface. I already have a video explaining everything about purging. So these are things you might notice when you start using azelaic acid serum. Okay guys, so while I was doing all those talking, my skin dried up already. So I'm now going to go in with my sunscreen. Now, I've always said that I like this sunscreen, but this is not the most ideal sunscreen for oily skin. But I don't have that kind of money to go and start buying another one. I'm going to just use it until it finishes. So now, if you're going to use azelaic acid in the morning, you can never skip sunscreen. It is a must. Sunscreen, a must, and it also helps with hyperpigmentation. So, but for me now, I'm not going to do that 3 things people used to do. I'm going to just take as little as possible, or majorly the places that I have acne and all. I don't used to do. I'll just use a little bit. That's as much as I use for my sunscreen. Don't be like me, Sha. Use enough, but if you have oily skin, I beg, just use little, and then we can reapply as frequently as you want, but don't pack sunscreen on your face. So let us apply this. Okay, so now we are done with our acne prone or acne morning routine. Can you see how simple that was? I spent most of this video explaining to you guys the do's and don'ts, but if you notice, I didn't use too many products on my face. Like, I use as little as possible, and that is the whole idea. You don't want to use products that are going to clog your pores. You don't want to overlayer and then make your skin become so sensitive. You just want to do just enough with the right ingredients. And if you use the right ingredients in your routine, trust me, you'll give it space to work faster. Like now, this azelaic acid serum has enough space space to go and work on my skin. But if you now start layering it with this one, like peptide, ceramide, this one, all the serums, you won't give it space to work. Do you understand? So on the days you want to use this one, use it alone. Let it be the star ingredient in that particular routine. Then the next day you don't want to use azelaic acid syrup, you can use your peptide, your ceramide, your vitamin C, your alpha arbutin, all those other ones. But the day you're using this active, let her shine. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, please share, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you in our next night routine video. Bye guys.